into a ripe field to basically grow a crop of abuse. The most abusive structure there is telling people this is your role, stay in it, and if you do get out of your role, you're damned for all eternity. Expecting everyone to look the same, act the same, and have the same role is stupid. It's kind of like expecting all men in society to look, behave, and have the same career. It's ludicrous. Not all women have a passion for having kids, a family, and they would rather be out doing something else. Some are married, some are not. Shaming people or damning people to hell because their existence doesn't meet the rigid gender role is stupid. These power dynamics cause depression, suicide, self-harm, incredible doubt. I mean, imagine what self-esteem someone lacks because they feel as though they don't measure up. I mean, in the Bible, there's an ideal biblical woman. And if you don't exactly measure up to that, a lot of women feel like they're a failure their whole life. And if you don't experience the toxic behavior, that's great. But the teaching is toxic. And just because people don't act on the toxic words spoken to them every Sunday doesn't make it any less toxic. It makes it a little bit more safe, but it doesn't make it any less toxic. And that's the difference between healthy and unhealthy. Threat of punishment. If you have to have a threat of punishment to do the right thing or to do the wrong thing, you're not a good person. If you only do the right thing because you want to go to heaven or because God is watching, you're not a good person. A good person is someone who does the right thing or doesn't do the wrong thing because they don't fear punishment, because they care about people. And that's why I laugh when Christians call atheists morally depraved. Not even 1% of people in prison are atheists. 66%, 2 out of 3 prison inmates, identify as Christian or religiously fervent people. I think the moral depravity is more on the religious people than it is on the atheists. Atheists don't need a God to tell them to be decent people. They don't hurt people, not because of God, but because we don't want to be hurt. We know how it feels to be hurt. We don't want to hurt people. And any atheist or agnostic that hurts people, it's not because they're an atheist, it's because they're a terrible person. And a pastor who creates an environment with power dynamics and abusive dynamics and a power imbalance is already abusive, even if they haven't done anything. If you enable and uphold a structure that is built intentionally to subjugate people and keep people in their roles, that is abusive. If you act on those abusive messages and actually harm people, you are a criminal. You're abusive, but you're a criminal. Anyone who upholds, protects, and teaches these abusive dynamics is abusive. People who actually act on it, put it into practice, and do it are abusive criminals. And just because a church doesn't act on the toxic, abusive messages they're preaching doesn't make them less abusive. It makes them less criminal because they're not acting on it, but it doesn't make them any less abusive.